So this is Bryan Park in Lake Worth. I come here. I like to come in the mornings to meditate. It's a pretty awesome place. You got a guy over here feeding the birds. But anyways, I just wanted to do a quick video, touch on a couple things. I want to talk about the target audience, and I want to talk about, I guess, the criteria where I came from. So the target audience is going to obviously be people that were in the same position that I was in, or something similar. So to sum it up, there came a point where I realized that love was missing from my life. Okay. And without love, it's difficult to have, respect, self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth. How can you have those things if you're not loving yourself? So, first it occurred to me that these things were missing when I realized that whatever was going on wasn't right. I started looking, and within a fairly short amount of time, I realized that what was missing was the love. Not so long after that, I found that what I thought was that empty void wasn't empty. I just wasn't looking at it right. And so anyways, my journey has been pushed along. It's been helped by, the insight of others. I've read books. I've listened to people talk. In the beginning, I spent time going to meetings, and you hear people's experience, strength, and hope. And if I haven't mentioned yet, I struggled with addiction. I struggled with abusing myself, abusing the people around me, friends, family, anybody that I encountered. Nobody was exempt. And as I've developed and rebuilt my self-image, and that's what a lot of what we're going to be getting into is going to be about, that imagery, what we see in our minds, how we see ourselves, how we see others, the way we look at everything, because the way we see everything is so important. It's huge. And as I like to call it, flexing my perspective, as I get better at it, as I work out my mental health, my perspective, as I keep on flexing, I get stronger. It becomes easier. And I think I mentioned in one of the previous videos, but an example that I used when I started, the imagery I saw was like an open space with a crack in the ground, and I had to bring water from point A to point B, and over time, watering the crack, something started to grow, and it grew, and it blossomed into something beautiful, something incredible. And the imagery, what I see in my mind today when I visualize these things, it's no longer something that I got to bring water to. It's effortless today. It's when I see it, when I go to that place, it's just like this beautiful, majestic. It's like a scene from a movie, man, where you got 2, 3, 4, there's just multiple waterfalls pouring into this huge valley, and in the center is this huge tree, and it's like, it's my world tree. It's me, and the foundation, the trunk of it is so big and strong, and the root base is just as big as the top, and it's just beaming with light and love, and it's just incredible. And I don't have to bring the water anymore. The water's there, and there's life. The whole image is life, and it can be as detailed as I like, depending on where I'm at the time, and so yeah, target audience, man. People, if you don't like how people talk to you, if you don't like how people treat you, if you don't like how you talk to you, you don't like how you're treating you, if you're not happy where you're at, if you're not happy, period, if you're not happy in your job, it doesn't matter, man. It does not matter. You know if you're happy. You know if you're content. You know if you're settling. At the end of the day, we know. We know. So when we make the conscious choice to be aware and say, you know what, I see what the heck's going on. I see where I'm at. I see the way these people are treating me. I see what's going on. That's it. I'm done. Enough is enough. When we make that call, if we back that shit up, if we're ready to start implementing some shifts, shifts in our perspective, shifts in our behaviors, we got to make changes. We got to be ready. And if any of y'all struggle with any of these things, if you've got any questions, and hopefully we can get something going with a small community of people that, as the following kind of develops, hopefully all of us can share with each other what we are doing, or what we've done in similar situations, and how we overcame said problems. You know what I mean? And that's what this is all about. It's all about community. It's all about a oneness, and not just a oneness with self, a oneness with all of us. What I do today, it's so much bigger than me. It's so far beyond me. It's for my family now. It's for my son. It's for my niece. It's for their children. How can I expect my children, my son, to have a healthy understanding of love, if I don't give it to them? I know as of right now, because of the choices that I've made in my past, I'm in the process of rebuilding that, right now. And I'm not gonna lie, he and I have yet to have a conversation on the phone, and that upsets me at times. But it's cool, because when I tell you, I know that it's gonna work out, that it's gonna fall into place right when it's supposed to. I know it is. Everything that happens in my life, every little area where I get these moments where I'm just like, wow, look how that played out. Look how that worked out. When I have faith and I do the little things in the moment, and I just keep it simple, and it's all based inside of me. None of my happiness, none of my well-being is outside of me. It's not, well, if this happens and that happens, I'm gonna have a good day, and if these people blah blah blah, I center my day with self. I center myself. I set the standards. I set the mood. I put myself right where I want to be, where I expect to be, and I base everything around that. And the way that I'm able to interact with others, the way that I'm able to help others, it's often pretty incredible. And I just know that I got to keep giving it away. So before I let you guys go, please do your research on water. Do not listen to anything I'm saying, man. Check it out. Check out the water crystal videos. The Japanese scientist, I got to get his name, something Emoto. It's a heck of a name. But he did the tests on the water crystals. There's another guy doing this stuff with these different people do the drops, and when the drop dries, it's like a fingerprint. You can tell the person who did it based on how the drop dries. Like, that's crazy. That means our energy passes through the water. You know what I mean? You can distinguish who made the water drop by looking at the water drop. That's just crazy. So, we got to be aware of the depth of the water. As our mind opens up and we start to realize these things, if we're sharp enough, we start to notice that, damn, the world's 70% water. I'm 70% water. Everything is mostly water. So if we're going to see in the testing, we're going to see, if you watch the videos, you see what these guys are doing, you're going to see the effect that people have on the water. If we can affect the water on this level, then it's definitely not crazy to think I can have a positive impact on my water molecules. You know what I'm saying? If the water that I'm putting into my body is good water, and then on top of that, the vibes that I'm going out of my way to put out intentionally in an effort to affect my water molecules, which I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I'm doing, man. I do it the second I wake up, the second I start my day, man. I'm pumping out positivity. And, uh, and I see all these different images, positive images that are filled with love and energy and light and things that build me up, things that feed my soul, things that show me love, you know. And that's what it's all about today. It's all about the love. It's all about showing the love. What can I do to better love the next person? What can I do to help the next person just a little bit more, you know, a little bit better, you know. And I'm starting with my family. Now I'm gonna start sharing it with all of you guys too. So we're gonna see if we can speed this process up as far as getting more and more people involved, you know. And I gotta find people that want to be involved, you know, people that say, hey, that's me. That's me. I got people treating me shitty. It's been like that my whole life. I treat myself bad. Whatever the case is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to keep being like that, you know. If I can be a junkie just over a year ago, you know, sticking needles in my arm, right? Come on, you know. I got a new car now. I got a nice car. I've got more opportunities than I know what to do with because I just know that they're gonna come, and they do. They do. Man, I got more stuff going on than I know what to do with. You know, and I'm trying to do all of this too. You know, I got to think about the bigger picture. And anyways, it just doesn't make sense to be able to do what I've done in the amount of time that I've done it in. It does not make sense. You know what I mean? It shows that there's something going on, you know. So, yeah, man. Anyways, bless you all. I appreciate your time, and I'm gonna try to keep my day moving. I'm gonna try to put together some detailed notes a little later on. I want to be more specific as it pertains to the topics when I'm touching on specific topics like water or the imagery. You know, I want to get organized. I want this to be as easy to understand and user-friendly as possible. If you guys got any tips, suggestions, I mean, by all means, please, I am all ears. You know, I know nothing. I don't, if I come across as somebody that thinks they know it all, man, please, you know that I don't know a damn thing. You know, as I learn more, it becomes more apparent that, like, I don't know a damn thing, if that makes sense. But anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.